Years later into my career, not really years later, in my second year experience as a teacher. So our deputy head teacher she was pregnant, so she was about to go for a maternity leave. And so the management was to choose somebody who will stand in for her so that when she's done, she'll come back and take her position. And we never knew who was supposed to be replacing her, so we thought there is somebody who will be employed and take her place. Then when she comes back, they leave. But then when you come to think of it, you're like, somebody being employed for a term, then you leave, that won't work. So that means it will be one of us who will be picked, but we still do not know who. So this day, the school chairperson and the treasurer approached me and they're like, you are the one to take charge once the deputy goes. So it wasn't a shock since the deputy head teacher told me that I should just hold the position for her till she comes back. But I kept asking her one question. I was usually like, okay, why me? Because we were many teachers, so I'm still in denial. There is somebody who would have done it better, or rather somebody who is willing to take the position. You should have given them. But she's insisting on it is you. When ndio unaachia, when ndio unajua unaweza fanya till I come back. In my denial again, I take up the role. I do it till the time she came back. So this reminds me of when I was in primary school back in class 3, the story I told. I was chosen, but I did something ndio nitolewe. If you have not watched, please and watch story time Nyara Nyara. Yani nafanya kitu nitolewe. But then the teachers never gave up because in every class at least I had a role. If not the cupboard keeper, I'll be given something to do, just a group leader. The teachers used to make sure that at least I have something to do in class. Whether I like it or not, whether I deny or not, I was just given a position. So in performances like the poems and stuff, pia nilikuwa nakataa. I remember the Pathfinder teacher mwenye alikuwa atufunza poem. Alitupea poem a week early, akasema you go home, rehearse, so we'll meet on Sunday during the practice. We see where we have reached. So I go, I rehearse. But when the teacher calls out for people to do the presentation, I'm like, teachers kushika. So I think the teacher who I had, they had understood me and they knew my capabilities. So the teacher told me this, kama hujashika, I'll use a cane. So I was like, acha basi nijaribu. And I said the whole poem. I remember it was about when God says no. Yeah, Pathfinders in Maradaima. When God says no. No. It was promises of no. Hizi ni gani? When God says no. Hata sijui nimetoa wapi. Promises of no. I asked God to take away my pride. God said no. It is not for me to take it away, but for you to give it up. You see, I still remember. Nilishika, but I never wanted to do it. So, but I had to do it now. Because with these poems, at times I just had to get them right because I was short. And being short, that means, I'm still short. Being short means when we are doing the presentation, mimi ndio niko mbele. So kama sijashika, automatically mimi ndio naonekana. The same thing happened nikiwa class 7 during the music festival and the dramas. So we were taught ngojera na mwalimu wa Kiswahili. I did the same thing. I took the paper, went home, rehearsed. Then when the teacher was choosing people, I said the same thing I told my teacher in church. Nikamwambia teacher, mimi sijashika. Teacher akaniambia, ikiwa umeshika, ikiwa haujashika, you will have to say the ngonjera. So I was like, sawa. So there was this girl called Margaret. Akawekwa, yeye ndio alikuwa mfupi kwangu. Now I had one. At least I had somebody who was shorter than me. Alikuwa mbele yangu. But then I don't know, for some reason, a week to the competitions, the teacher interchanged me, ananieka mbele. And I'm like, teacher, sijaishika bado. Akaniambia, utashikia hapa mbele. And remember where we are going, there are lots of people. Na wewe ndio uko mbele. So you decide. You either do it right, ama uaibike. So, wadau, ilibidi niiseme tu vizuri. They were supposed to do it. So, now, years later, after all this, nili attend makambi in Maradaima, the period when I was to be baptized, when I was baptized, that is. So there was this pastor who was teaching about leadership. So the pastor ni kama alikuwa anaweka msumari, anatandikilia hapo juu ya kichwa yangu, hitting the nail, naigonga. So the pastor said this: kama hautaki uongozi, you should actually be 6 feet under. And I was like, what? So all this while, in all my denial, I'm supposed to be 6 feet under. I just thought about it, and immediately after my baptismal, I was made a leader. Ambassadors in Maradaima. I was the club secretary. By then, tukianzia, we were just 3 of us. The director, my sister, and I'll tell you a story about that, how the ambassadors of Maradaima started up years later after ile ya kwanza walienda. I don't know where people go after a department has been on for some time. So also that is a story for another day. So coming back now to my career, or rather also in your lives too, your child, it might be your child, it might be your sister, or rather anybody else who feels inadequate, who feels like this is not my position, somebody else should have done it. It is my plea unto you, take it. Take that role. It is yours. Not for anybody else. Yes, they might have done it better, or they will do it better when they are chosen, but it is yours. There is a reason as to why you are the one who has been given the same role and the same mandate to take it up. Because still in my denial, I had to take up the role. Up to date, that thing still disturbs me, but we have to do this. We have to do this, guys. Let us take these roles. When you're given a position, be ready to take it. Be ready to work on it. And then there is a disclaimer to this. Once you take these roles, it comes with challenges, of course. It comes with hatred. It comes with a lot of backlashes. But do not worry about it. Take it. The point is, take the role. Take the role. It is yours.